I lost 70 pounds in 1 year, and it was due to being on a deficit for a year, more than a year. It's been a year and 2 months, 3 months, 3 months, a year and 3 months that I've been doing this, right? And it's not a straight deficit the whole way through, because there's some times where you start, the more you lose weight, your maintenance calories are going to adjust. It's going to decrease because you weigh less, so your BMR is going to be less. All of the factors that contribute to how many calories you eat per day to be on a maintenance will change. So because of this, every so often when I was on my deficit, I would take about a month off of my deficit to be on maintenance so I could recalibrate what my maintenance calories were. And this isn't as simple as me just typing in on TDE, hey, what's my maintenance calories? That was my template, right? That's what I used as a starting point. But what I would do to be more meticulous is I would weigh myself every day and write down how many calories I had that day to see how my weight was reacting to those calories. So lo and behold, of course, my maintenance calories would decrease. So when my maintenance calories decreased, my deficit now was shortened because let's say my maintenance calories were, let's say 3,000 calories, right? Just to be, just to give you a good point. And so that means I would be having 2,500 calories to be at a 500 calorie deficit. But as I lost weight, my maintenance calories may have changed to 2,700 calories now. But now my 2,500 calories, it's only a 200 calorie deficit. So now I'm not going to lose weight quickly, or the same rate that I was losing it before. So I had to adjust to go down to 2,200 calories. And this is something that I had to do 2, maybe even 3 times during my whole year and 3 months of being on a deficit. And also, it's just good to replenish your system, because you can't just be on a deficit for so long without having some refeeds, as they call it. But for me, it wasn't a refeed; it was more of a recalibration of my maintenance calories to make sure I was still at a 500 calorie deficit, because it could have changed because my maintenance calories would have decreased, which means my deficit would have shortened as well too. It would have shrank. It would have narrowed. So anyone who's on a long-term deficit, I would highly recommend recalibrating your maintenance calories to make sure that you know that you're still in the same deficit that you started with, because your maintenance calories may have decreased, which means you may have to go into a further deficit or decrease your calories even more so to be at that same deficit you were to begin with. If that makes sense. If not, I'm sorry, but that's the best I could explain it. I'm not a teacher. I'm just an analyst who likes to ramble and like to talk about fitness. So if you're on a long story short, if you're on a deficit, recalibrate every so often if you're doing it for a long time, because you want to make sure that you're in the same deficit that you were to begin with. So you guys got this. I was able to do it. You guys can do it. I'm over 30. I have a family. I work full time, and I was able to lose 70 pounds and get pretty lean. So if I was able to do it, you guys can definitely do it.